How are you doing, everyone? I'm the Yu-Gi-Oh scrub, but you all can call me Bailey. I got my headphones on, but I'm in the same shirt. My hair's still messy. Am I recording this right after recording my last video? Has it been a little bit? Am I recording this in the past and just happened to be in the same shirt? Who knows? I can record something in the past and then upload it in the future. That's how the internet works. Nothing is real. It's all magic. I'm talking to myself in a room while I'm alone. Am I schizophrenic? I don't know. Regardless, we're playing some Machina today. I wanted to play some more Edison format. I felt like playing something kind of decent. Machina Fortress, maybe my favorite boss monster in Edison format. Probably my favorite main deck boss monster. I'm trying to think if there's anything that comes to mind that I'd like more. I don't know. I like it because it's at 3. Like, Dark Armed is cool, but I just love the fact that Machina Fortress, you can actually build a whole deck around it, and it feels way more consistent. Incredible card, really only balanced because of Cyber Dragon and Chimera Tech's interaction. But Machina Fortress, fantastic, can special summon itself from the hand or graveyard. If it gets destroyed, you can destroy a card on field. Targeted by a monster effect, you can rip a card from your opponent's hand. It has like 5 effects for no reason. It could have 2 and it'd be great, but it has so many. Fantastic card. To search it, run the Gear Frame. We also play 3 Machina Force. So 3 Machina Fortress, 3 Machina Gear Frame, 3 Machina Force. Gores and Track for some defense. I do love the engine to get the Machina Fortress engrave of 3 Mega Hamster, 3 Raikou, and 3 Caius. The Mega Hamster just getting the Raikous to mill, and then giving you Tribute Fodder for the Caius. Tribute Fodder also in Gores and Trag. Running 1 Scrap Recycler. This is an interesting card. When it's normal special, you can send a machine from your deck to graveyard, so you can send the fortress, and you can shuffle 2 level 4 Earth machine, so 2 Gear Frame, into your deck and draw a card. That isn't the best effect, but it can come in handy every now and again. Interesting, I'm running 2 Gigantes because it can banish things like the Mega Hamster, or sometimes, even though you don't really want to because you prefer to be avaricing them, but some Gear Frames, maybe a Force, and special summon the Gigantes. It is a walking Heavy Storm, also Tribute Fodder. 2 Cyber Dragon. I don't know if I actually like Cyber Dragon, because sometimes you get limited because you don't want to summon it, because then your opponent could use it to summon Chimera Tech, but it's good Tribute Fodder for Caius. 3 Pot of Avarice, MST, and Heavy Storm. Charge, Brain Control, 2D Prison. You guys can see the trap lineup. Let's just go ahead and play some freaking Yu-Gi-Oh! Let's save the changes. Not Deck Constructor, Dual Room. Click this button. Edison format. Hope you all are having a fantastic day. If not, go and make it a fantastic day, and then come back here and play. Tengu Plan format. That's one that I would like to get more into. I wish, as in all the great retro formats of Yu-Gi-Oh, that there was just a ladder for it. I just don't like having to actually go and find someone to play, because I am an antisocial creature. Introvert, making videos. Let's also move my little picture right there. And let's hope that the ad up on top doesn't disappear, because then it would mess up the whole screen for you guys. 2 rock, paper, scissors in a row. Alright, and I win. I'm the greatest. Apologies, everyone. Gotta check my phone. Alright, opening hand, Raikou, Caius, Cyber Dragon, Machina Force, and Machina Fortress. Let's go ahead and set Raikou and end. And take a sip of coffee, now that I've sent the text I needed to send. He's playing Machina as well. Pot of Avarice, Judgment, and there you go. So we can both see each other playing Machina Fortress. So Gigantes will come in handy here. We're just going to go ahead and special summon Machina Fortress from the grave by discarding a Machina Force and attacking D-Prison. Something just sounded like it moved. Alright, he's going to summon Gear Frame. Search another Machina Fortress, I'm sure. But we do have a Cyber Dragon, Gigantes, Caius, Brain Control, so I think we're in pretty decent shape here. So, okay, he's running Solidarity. So he's got big, beefy monsters. And limiter removal. Alright, unfortunate. I'll say I don't know why I'm not running limiter removal in this deck. But what do we want to run? Probably DD Crow. This deck is definitely not optimized right now. DD Crow's the only thing. Maybe get rid of Oppression. Oppression could be decent if I can put something on board. Cyber Dragons are going to be good. All these cards are pretty good. Maybe not Gores. Gores is good. Trag's not as good. And not Gigantes. Put in one Dust Tornado so I can maybe get rid of a Solidarity. Okay. I feel like this is going to be a very quick match. And not a quick match in my favor. Definitely should be running limiter removal in this deck. I was kind of adjusting this deck before starting the recording, and obviously I kind of spaced on the fact that limiter removal is a card. Fantastic card, though. Makes me want to go and play the Machine OTK in GOAT format. Also, I'm just noticing that he's got 6 cards in the extra deck. Like my extra deck, it's just full of random crap, because you don't really need anything good in this deck. You don't really make any synchros. Alright, Edison format, dueling book lag. Okay. And we will special summon Machina Fortress. And just go ahead and put Gear Frame on the Fortress and end our turn. Giving it a little bit of protection. Machina Gear Frame being probably the, I was about to say the best Union monster to ever exist. He's lagging as well. But the ABC cards are probably better than Gear Frame ever was for Union monsters. Then there's that other Union that basically, it's used in ABC, I can't remember what it's called, but it's a Union that facilitates other Union cards. He sets 2 back row, 3 back row, and ends. Dust Shoot. Okay. Probably going to take the DD Crow, maybe the Mega Hamster. I could see him taking the Raikou as well. Nope, he takes the Hamster. We'll put it on top of the deck and shuffle. And go ahead and special summon. Unfortunately, it gets bottomless. And let's go ahead and attack. Deprison? No. We'll set Raikou and end. Feeling in a okay position here. Okay, so he's playing Gadget Machina. Makes sense considering he's playing limiter removal. The gadgets can be a pretty good OTK, especially if he's running Ultimate Offering as well. He searches for yellow gadget off of the red. I do love me some gadgets. I think they're a pretty cool card. Super iconic. If I were him, I'd probably just attack over the Raikou, though I could see him not. If he was to attack over the Raikou, I'm popping that back row. Absolutely. No reason to pop the red gadget. Okay, he goes ahead and summons the Machina Fortress. Alright, we'll pop the fortress, and he's going to pop the fortress. He has nothing in hand. We'll pop the old back row. It was an oppression. Okay. So we'll declare this DD Crow, banishing the fortress. Let's then go ahead and activate Avarice. All but fortress. And we will put these all to the top of the deck. And draw 2 cards from our Avarice. Okay. We'll go ahead and set Mirror Force and end. 1 unknown back row, Solidarity, and Red Gadget. I'll eat 2,300. Or 2,100, apologies. Get Super Nimble Mega Hamster. We'll set the hamster. And set the back row. On attack declaration, I'll destroy the Solidarity. Okay, he changed his MST to my MST. I destroy Solidarity. And get myself a YuGiOh. Best draw here would likely be Nikias. Nope, but I draw a Force. We'll flip summon, declare, and pop that new back row. Torrential Tribute. I'll mill 3. Special summon the Fortress by discarding a Force. And he has another Bottomless. Gosh. Okay. I mean, what can you do? Wish I had popped the Bottomless, but everything's easy in hindsight. He gets the chain of gadgets going again. I'll take 1,200 from the yellow gadget. And best card I could have drawn, Gear Frame, getting me the 3rd Fortress. Hitting him for some damage. And ending our turn there. He gets Gear Frame of his own. Probably going to go ahead and search for Fortress and then summon the Fortress by discarding the green gadget in his hand, which he does. I'll take 700 and 1,800. I would, if I were him, attach the Gear Frame to the Fortress with the effect. But we'll see if he chooses to do that or not. Best draw here would be Cyber Dragon. That is what he does. Draw myself Caius. So we'll just go ahead and we have to set the DD Crow to make sure that we don't die. If I were him, I would then... Okay. We'll go ahead, do another game. That was only a 14-minute video, or 14-minute recording, 14-minute match. All 3 of the above. I prefer not to run the gadgets with my Machina deck. I think that the gadgets don't do too much. Their level is a little bit strange, though I suppose it works with the Solidarity version. I'll give them that. When I say the level is strange, you want to keep the gadget chain going, and you search a level 4, but then you have to discard it for the Machina Fortress. You can either discard 2 from your hand to summon it from grave, or 1 summoning it from hand by discarding the Fortress. Okay, opening hand here is YuGiOh, Hamster, Force, Pot of Avarice, Brain Control, Dust Shoot. We'll go ahead and set YuGiOh and Dust Shoot. And so I feel like you end up ending your chain if you discard the monster. So say you summon yellow, search green. I will chain in response, trap, Dust Shoot. Heavy, Miracle, Brain. Yep, I understand that you're targeting. And so you end up discarding the cards that you want to keep, because the whole point of the gadgets is you summon and you keep searching a gadget. I suppose that it's a decent way to get them out of your hand if you have multiple gadgets. So he pops his own Sangan. I'm assuming he shuffled there. I don't think he ever shuffled, but whatever. Unfortunate. He hits our super nimble Mega Hamster. And we get D-Prison. We'll set D-Prison and end. I don't think he shuffled because he milled the Infernal Prodigy as the first card. Okay. Now I think we can go ahead. Discard Force. Summon Fortress. Why does everyone have freaking bottomless for my goddamn fortresses right now? This is crazy. It's at 2, Fortress is at 3, and everyone's just got a billion freaking fortresses. Or bottomless for my fortress. Alright. We're going to de-prison his Spirit Reaper. Don't want him to rip another card from my hand. We'll go ahead, perfect. Summon Gear Frame. Declare Gear Frame. Search ourselves Fortress number 2. And just try to poke for 18. I will take that trade every day. I would so much rather him de-prison a Gear Frame than de-prison a Fortress. He uses Allure of Darkness, banishing Malicious. So if I had to guess, he's on Diva Hero. Could be YuGiOh, but I don't think Diva Hero runs YuGiOh, so I'm going to set de-prison. Could be maybe a Plague. He heavies away my de-prison. Tributes, okay, Treeborn Frog for Vanities. Charge of the Light Brigade. Get myself YuGiOh. And then we will go ahead and set YuGiOh and end. I do have 5 monsters in grave. He has Treeborn, so he could tribute. Interesting Vanities Fiend in the main deck. That's not something you see all the time. I don't really think I like it, but... So he has Brain Control and Miracle Fusion still in hand. He couldn't summon the Treeborn because the Vanity Fiend is on the field. And I draw a Cyber Dragon. So he has Miracle and Brain. Let's go ahead and activate Pot of Avarice. We'll target those three. Okay, so he's just going to let us know. Top deck. 1, 2. Both fortresses. Or forces. Both Rykos. And do we do Hamster or Gores? We'll do Gores, because I think it's going to be better. Drawing a Caius and a Hamster. Perfect. I will set Hamster and end. He's got the life point lead. I now have the card advantage lead. He draws into his 5th card. He summons a Hamster, or a Treeborn. And banishes our Super Nimble Mega Hamster with his Caius that he just tributed. And he Miracle Fusions. Banishing a Water and a Hero for absolute 0. And hitting us for a butt-ton of damage. You summoned Caius this turn. So we tried to do a double normal summon. Unfortunately, Brain Control is now dead. Not a big deal, no problem. But that does mean, of course, now we draw another. So Brain Control is dead. We have to special summon Fortress, discarding the Cyber Dragon. Ram the absolute 0. Popping the Caius. Set Brain Control and end. And just hope that this is enough. He does not have a Treeborn in grave anymore. He banished it with Miracle Fusion. We know he has a Caius in hand. And I think that's it. And maybe the Brain Control as well. Yeah, so he's got Brain Control, Caius, 2 unknowns. I'd have to imagine he has something he can normal summon here. Whether it's a Diva, or a Stratos, or an Ocean. Something. No, he doesn't. Pot of Avarice. We have 1, 2, 3. We have 5. I feel like we have to. Unfortunately. I don't think we can afford to not. We'll make sure 2, 3, 4, and unfortunately have to put the Fortress back. You really want to keep the Fortress on the field, or not on the field, in the graveyard with your Pot of Avarices. Alright, and we will set a Ryko and end. So, one of the better cards we could have drawn is a Ryko. Fueling up our grave again. Potentially giving us an Earth monster to banish with Gigantes. Potentially giving us tribute fodder for Caius. He goes ahead and summons Deep Sea Diva. Getting himself probably a Gilman. He synchros, so the best play there could have just been attack. With both of them, that would have been game for him. Diva would have had the boost from the Gilman, putting her over the 400 damage that he needs. Instead, he synchros for Cataster. And he Miracle Fusions. Okay, that should be game. Banishing a Diva and an Ab-Zero for an Ab-Zero. We will destroy the Ab-Zero with our YuGiOh, milling a couple of bad cards. And that's going to be game. Because I can't special summon the Gigantes. I needed to mill an Earth. I can't Brain Control. We'll go ahead and set the Super Nimble Mega Hamster and just see if maybe he doesn't immediately tribute for Caius. Okay, he does. I think Skill Drain is pretty good in this matchup. I think DD Crow was pretty decent. Don't really like Dust Tornado. Is Imperial Iron Wall good in this matchup? If I'm bringing in skill drains, I don't want to be too heavy on the Super Nimble Mega Hamsters. Maybe we'll swap 1-for-1 with Gigantes, just because I don't want to have no Earths for Gigantes. Relying solely on the machines, which preferably aren't being banished, but they're being put back in the deck and then discarded for Fortress. Alright, we will go ahead. Opening hand, YuGiOh, Skill Drain, Deprison, Judgment, Avarice. We'll set 3, since we have the Judgment. I wouldn't love using the Judgment for a Heavy Storm, but if need be, I will. Mind Control. That's fine. He Mind Controls our YuGiOh, probably going to flip the YuGiOh and try to destroy our Deprison. I'll go ahead and Skill Drain that. Maybe he chains an MST. Doesn't look like it. Nope. And I just get back the YuGiOh and end. Okay. We'll go ahead and attack for 200 with the YuGiOh. And end our turn. Who knows, that 200 damage might come in handy. Setting the Torrential Tribute that we drew for turn. He has 1 back row, 5 cards in hand now. If he summons a hero, I can Dimensional Prison it. Special summons Infernal Prodigy. Tributes for Caius. That's fine. And I'll just deprison the Caius. Drawing a Machina Force. Attack for another 200. TD prisons are YuGiOh. A-okay with me. Yeah, I'll take 200 from Deep Sea Diva summon. I get charge of the Light Brigade. Probably could have sided this out. Milling Gores. Okay, so we mill, unfortunately, some pretty decent cards. Would have loved to keep the Gores in hand. But we'll go ahead, summon YuGiOh, and try to attack the Diva. They both go to grave. And I'll just end. Miracle Fusion. I'll declare. And I'll put the water back in grave, but he summons a Diva. He hits for 200 damage. I draw Mirror Force. Could have Pot of Avarice there, but I choose not to. We'll go ahead, I think, in Pot of Avarice here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And draw 2. Get Scrap Recycler and Super Nimble Mega Hamster. I think we just go with a Mega Hamster and try to attack. Get a little bit of damage in. Alright, he Torrential Tributes. That's fine. He Rhodas. Getting himself probably an Ocean. That's fine. We'll go ahead and Mirror Force the Ocean. I don't want that big of a monster staying on field. Get Gores. Not going to do too much. We'll attack for 900 with the Scrap Recycler. Maybe should have Torrential Tributed, because the Mirror Force can protect the Recycler. Yeah, we'll let this happen. I'll eat 800 when he summons Dark Grepher. I'll eat 1700 and special summon a Trag. He Future Fusions. That's fine. Sending Treeborn Malicious. Okay. We get a Fortress. We can special summon the Fortress. Does he Bottomless? I will go ahead and activate Judgment to the Bottomless. 1950 damage. And attacking over his Grepher. And we will end. We'll attack with our big boy. He will go ahead and I will Torrential Tribute. Getting that absolute 0 right off of the field. He returns from the different dimension. I will Bottomless. And he Solemns. That's game. Alright, unfortunate. And he left before I could say GG's. Okay, 35 minutes, you know what, I'm going to call it there, guys. Apologies to everyone who likes a nice 40-minute video. Let's click this button. Absolutely could make this deck a little bit better. I think limiter removal is an essential. I know, for whatever reason, people don't play it a lot in these Machina decks. I just think it's incredible. Anytime you can just do 5,000 damage from one attack with a Machina Fortress. I think that Solidarity version that I played in the first match with the gadgets as well is interesting. I would never play the gadgets with the Machinas without playing Solidarity as well, in my opinion. I think that you're better off running a version like this. If you're going to play pure Machinas, well, I guess not pure, but if you're going to play the Machina Fortress and all that, running the Avarice, YuGiOh, Mill version is better than running the gadget version. I also feel like sometimes when you have gear, frame, and gadgets, I kind of talked about it in one of my other videos, but the paralysis of decision, where you don't necessarily know what you want to do. I like very streamlined, where I know exactly what this deck is trying to do and what I need the plays that I need to make. You know, the most important decision you'll make sometimes is like, do I want to normal summon Caius or set a YuGiOh? You know, it's less decisions, and I like that, though frankly, it might be able to be argued that when it's less decisions, your opponent knows exactly what they need to stop more. Regardless, I'm a scrub. I'm not good at this game. Don't take advice from me. Go and play the deck yourself, adjust it, make it better, and have a good time while you do it. Thank you all for watching. I'm the YuGiOh scrub, and goodbye.